So this video is basically going to be a guide for skinny people, skinny guys, on how to build an aesthetic body. Now, I was pretty skinny not too long ago, and in a pretty short amount of time, pretty good amount of time, I've amassed some decent muscle mass. And in this video, I want to talk a bit about what muscles to focus on to looking aesthetic, diet, and the last tip that a lot of people don't talk about in the fitness YouTube industry. So, a bit of backstory. I started off with a calisthenics background. I started working out when I was 16 years old, with basic push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, crunches, and in my house on this very floor actually, and a pair of 5 kg dumbbells for bicep curls and shoulder presses. I didn't really get anywhere, but I was getting a bit more athletic, but it did help build that discipline aspect of going to the gym and working out in general. I then added some calisthenics movements like L-sits, handstand push-ups, all kinds of pull-up variations. I didn't put on any magical amount of muscle mass. I'll put up some pictures of what I looked like when I was just working out at home. I didn't make any significant progress until I started going to a proper gym. Even before starting to go to a proper gym, I was pretty skinny. And this video is basically gonna be a push for anyone who wants to get into the gym. Basically, getting your foot on the gas pedal and getting the car moving, getting the car into first gear, getting the car rolling. And then after that, once the car's rolling, you yourself can start shifting the gears, getting into second, third, fourth, fifth gear, and going for yourself, because as time goes on, you'll learn for yourself. You learn from hands-on experience. So now that's out of the way, let's focus. I made notes for you guys. So by an aesthetic body, I basically mean a V-taper. And a V-taper is basically the men's equivalent of the hourglass that women have. Now, the V-taper is very attractive to women, and the hourglass is very attractive to men. That's how it works. And the V-taper is basically wide shoulders and a small waist. And the muscles I'm going to tell you to focus on here are the muscles that contribute to having the V-taper physique, to having the wider shoulders, and that comes down into a smaller waist. Now, these muscles are your shoulders, biceps, traps, upper chest, and your lats. Some people might disagree and say other muscles are important, but this is what's worked for me, and I will not kid you. Once I started focusing on some of these specific muscles, the results were like the reactions of people, the reactions of women, the other people who saw me, they could tell I became more jacked. I looked more jacked because I started focusing on these muscles, and I looked more aesthetic, which is what we want. Aesthetic is what you're looking for. The Z's was aesthetic. Z's had the physique everybody wants. Of course, focus on all of your muscles. Focus on, like, have a good split where you're focusing on everything. Don't skip leg day. Don't be a dumbass. You want to train legs. You want to have muscular legs. But here I'm going to talk about some the muscles that contribute the most to looking aesthetic. Let's start off with shoulders. For shoulders, I like to do cable front raises for your front delts, and cable rear delt raises where you grab both handles and you raise it behind you. That helps you grow your rear delts. To finish it off, I like to do a shoulder press. This helps you target your front, your side, and the rear of your shoulders. This gives it a 3D look, making it look more spherical. Of course, there are other shoulder exercises, but these are what helped me actually grow my shoulders in a very short amount of time. For biceps, I like to do a straight bar cable curl. It's basically when you attach the straight bar onto the bottom, onto a cable machine, put it all the way at the bottom, and curl that shit. And I like to end it off with preacher curls. These basically limit the added movement from other muscles, so you can actually focus on your biceps and make them grow the most. Next muscle is your traps. Your traps are basically these things. It's not your neck, it's not your chest, it's not your shoulder. It's like kind of on your back, but it's like this shit. To grow your traps, you want to do shrugs. Basically, grab a pair of dumbbells and hold them next to you, and literally shrug your shoulders. They'll help you grow these bitches. And you could do some other movements. You could use a cable machine, or dumbbells is basically the most simplest and easiest way of actually targeting them. And for your upper chest, incline movements, incline dumbbell press, incline machine press, incline barbell press. Any incline movement will help you grow your chest, like your upper chest. Of course, don't neglect the middle and the lower chest, but your middle chest will be used when you do incline movements. But for your lower chest, don't neglect that completely, but just focusing on your lower chest makes your chest hang and make it all droopy. But focus on your upper chest. That's the aesthetic part. That gives you the aesthetic look that you want. Now for your lats, the best exercise is a weighted pull-up, or if you're starting off and you can't do a weighted pull-up, start off with a regular pull-up. After that, once a regular pull-up gets easy for you, add some weights, get a weighted belt, loop that shit loop a weight through the chain, and you'll be able to do some weighted pull-ups. You could also do a lat pull down, basically a pull-up machine where you pull the bar to you, and you basically lock your legs on this like thing, and you pull the bar to you. You can go light, heavy, however you want. The lats is basically when you look at a bodybuilder from behind, you can literally see his back like go in. That's basically the lats, and that gives the major V taper look. Like don't forget the lats, but lats are super important when wanting that V taper appearance. Of course, focus on your other muscles. Focus on your lower chest, your triceps, your legs, your calves, your fucking knees, whatever. These are the muscles I mentioned for aesthetics. Focus on everything, bro. Focus on everything. But the muscle I mentioned, these are the aesthetic muscles. So the next thing I want to talk about is that a lot of skinny dudes tell me that it's tough for them to get in their calories. It's tough for them to eat more food. Well, what do skinny dudes do? Absolutely nothing. They go to school, go to work, come home, jerk off, go to sleep. Like they don't do anything. So obviously you're gonna have your body's not gonna ask for more energy. You haven't used any of it. You still have it. So for that, the answer is dumb as hell, simple as hell. But what you need to do is get your ass in the gym, work on the muscles I just said, push yourself, go heavy, use your energy. That way your body will be like, fuck, I need to replenish that lost energy by eating more food. That way when you eat food, you'll get your protein in, you'll get your calories in, and you'll build muscle. Now in terms of what you need to eat shit like chicken, beef, potatoes, eggs, whey protein. Whey protein is like an easy way, the best way of getting your protein amount in, like the amount of protein you need per day. I'd say around 120 grams a day is a good amount. You could do the body calculator thingy, but just fucking get your protein and eat protein rich foods. Eat foods. Don't be vegan. Don't be vegetarian. Like if you're vegetarian, I mean RIP to you, but I know a bunch of vegetarian dudes who are fucking huge just off of whey protein. And of course, drink lots of water because most people go like, oh yeah, protein, but your muscle is 70% water. Shout out to Mike Menser. So drink water. Make sure you drink loads of water. I need to drink water right now. You know what? I'm just fucking drink water right now. Whew. I'm already looking bigger after drinking water. In terms of the weight, go heavy, but be able to control it. Make sure you're actually controlling the weight, not the guy who's spotting you, not the machine, not Aziz's spirit. And make sure you're the one that's controlling the weight. Don't ego lift. Don't hurt yourself. Don't get yourself killed out there. But yeah, go heavy. That's what propagates. I don't know if that's the right word. That's what promotes muscle growth. That's what promotes the tissues to tear and actually build muscle. And don't do that thing where you lift a light weight for long and oh yeah, that's like the same as lifting 100 kg. Like no, that's not how it works, dumbass. My phone storage is full. Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about. Now this is important. A lot of people in the fitness industry don't talk about this. They make light of it. They don't really pay attention to it. They don't talk about it. And that is to stop jerking off. Stop wasting your fucking fluid. Stop wasting your energy. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your fucking dignity. You know the fluids that you fucking waste? That fluid can literally create a new human being. And here you are wasting into nothing. Like that fluid has nutrients, has all kinds of magical voodoo shit in it that can help you create a new human being. So you wasting that, like there's no point. I guess having sex can boost your testosterone, so I guess that's okay. But jerking off, nah, bro. Fuck that. Watching that shit is dumb. Don't do it. It's a waste of energy. I don't want to talk about this too much, but it's a waste of energy. You could use that energy into your gym, into your fucking business, into your whatever. You got other shit to do, and if you don't, then you're probably dumb. You're probably blind, and you can't see. You're probably too blind to see that you got other liabilities to tend to. You got other shit to tend to. So, little rant at the end of the video. Don't do that shit. Don't watch any X-rated content. You're basically cucking yourself out when you do that shit. Don't do it. Focus on those 5 muscles I mentioned to look more aesthetic. If you can't eat, push yourself. Use your energy so that you can actually replenish the energy by eating more food. Eating more food means calories in, protein in, water in. Don't forget water. And that way you rebuild your muscle into bigger and stronger, plump muscles. And lastly, don't jerk off. Don't be a fucking pathetic ass cunt sitting in the corner of your room, jerking off. Like, it sounds weird to talk about. I know, it sounds fucking weird. People watching to be like, what is he saying? But the weird part is, most guys are doing it and they think it's okay. Like, it's fucking not. It's weird. Monkeys do that. Little apes, little fucking baboons do that shit. We're not them. We're sick cunts. We don't do that shit. I want to see your ass in the gym tomorrow. No more Googling shit. Just Google a workout split and go with it. And yeah, that's basically it. Don't overthink too much. And before I go, for those of you that believe jerking off prevents prostate cancer,